Page 4, Away in a Manger. I have a certain process that I go through when I go to learn a new piece of music, and that's the process I use in these videos. So that's the process I'm going to follow, and hopefully you kind of understand what's going on. The teaching notes and rhythms and all that, I do that in the method books. I don't do that in these books. These are repertoire books. A repertoire is a book that just has a bunch of music in it that you can play. So the first thing I do is I kind of look the piece over. I like to have some idea of how long it is. And this is 4 lines long. I look at the clef signs. Always check the clef signs because they're not always treble and bass. So just get in the habit of checking the clef signs. These are treble and bass. And the time signatures 3/4 time. So there's 3 counts in a measure, and there's a quarter note's getting a count. So there's the same as 3 quarter notes in every measure as far as counting goes. I look it over, I see a bunch of quarter notes mostly and a few half notes, and then at the end there's dotted half notes. I suggest you remember a dotted half note is the same as 3 quarter notes. It doesn't matter what the time signature is, it's always 3 quarter notes. Length. So if you know how long a quarter note gets, a dotted half note gets 3 times that. Well, in 3/4 time, it's the whole measure, it's 3 counts. Now, usually I like to take it just one hand at a time and work it out one hand at a time first, and then I go back and try and put the hands together, and that's usually like starting over in some cases. But in this piece, you only have one hand at a time playing. So to shorten this video, I'm going to take both hands together here. At the beginning, your 5th finger is on G, and I'm trusting you know the names of the notes in the music, because I'm relying on that. Yeah. And you know the names of the keys on the piano, because we cover all that in the method books. Here. Puts the hand here. The left hand when it comes in is thumb on B here, and that's here. So we're in this position. And since we're not moving around, you don't need any other finger numbers. I'm strongly opposed to reading finger numbers. Some teachers teach that. Go ahead and just put in all the finger numbers. That will cause problems later on, so please, if you can, learn to remember where your hands are, which key each finger is on, and you just associate that. So you can read patterns like this. At the beginning it goes down. You can see the notes go down the staff. Well, they're going to go down the piano too. So you can kind of get away with reading patterns in some places. But just don't rely on finger numbers. They change. So it's 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Get the idea? I go through the whole piece, make sure I can play all the notes and the rhythms okay. Then I go back over it however much it takes. This usually takes a while. And I get rid of any hesitations. So it's a steady beat. Doesn't matter how fast you go at this point, but no hesitations. Also, because we're not moving around, it's really better if you can learn to play this without looking at the keyboard. So you're developing a feel for what the keyboard is like, and you're trusting it. Then after that, I'll add in the dynamics is all they're giving. There's other things we can do, but until it's in the music, I'm not going to talk about it. So here they have dynamics. You have MP. Dynamics is loud and soft. Okay. MP is mezzo piano or sort of soft. I can't tell you what sort of soft is because it's not a set value. It depends on your situation. It's on the soft side. It's on the soft side of the middle. It's not soft, it's just sort of soft. Yeah. It's a gentle piece. All the way through, it's the only thing they give you. Speed, slowly. And they have a metronome marking. In my opinion, though, that's not slowly. That's more moderato. You can do this. 1, 2, 3, and that's slower than 92. You have to feel that speed. If you're going to sing it, how fast would you sing it? I like to talk a little bit about interpretation in my videos, if I can. Most teachers don't teach interpretation at all. Just play the notes and the rhythms. You got the notes and the rhythms? Okay, let's go on. You're missing out on most of what music is about. That's the feeling. We need to feel it. And the first thing I do in interpretation is I think about a thing called natural accents. Generally, they don't teach natural accents at this level, but I do. I'm a rebel. I do all kinds of stuff. And a natural accent is simply an accent or a little stress on the note that you feel. You don't force it, you feel it. And the strongest natural accent there is the first beat of a measure. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You just feel these. So at the beginning on these G's, it's not bom, bom. It's to here. The second G is just a little louder. Ba, ba, da, da. If you don't feel it, then try exaggerating it for a little bit. Play them low. Feel the natural accents. Don't exaggerate them like I just did. You want to feel them. Also on the dynamics, this MP, you don't need to play that exactly MP all the way through. If you feel getting a little louder and softer, if you feel it, do it. You're in that area of sort of soft, but you can get a little louder and softer if you feel it. Now that's a personal thing. I can't tell you do this or whatever. How do you feel it? For me, it's different every time I play it, so who knows? Now they have asterisks on here. You see them throughout the piece, these little star-like little thingies. It's not part of the music. It's an indicating a footnote. Some publishers use that, some don't. They're telling you that on those measures where the asterisk is, you can change the rhythm and make it a long, short rhythm. So it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. Ba, 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 ba. That rhythm instead of straight. So it could be this. There's a repeat sign at the end where you go back and do it again. There's 2 sets of words. You see there's another verse, so you can sing if you're singing it. You have to match up the words with the notes. That can be fun sometime. Each note should get a word or a part of a word, and you figure that out. Let's play it together very slowly. Now I do these play with me sections in my videos because if you have a teacher and you play a wrong note or your rhythm is off, the teacher will tell you. If you don't have a teacher, how do you know you played a wrong note? That's what the play with me section does. Play along with me slowly and check and make sure you're playing the same note I'm playing when I play it. If not, you probably have a wrong note or your rhythm is off. So I'm going to give us 3 counts because there's 3 beats in a measure, and then we have 2 beats of rest before we come in. And I am going to do the long short thing in these measures where it bum, 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 there. Yeah. We're not performing it. We're just checking notes and rhythms. We will repeat this because it is repeated. We're going to play it twice. 1, 2, 3, rest, rest. 1 and 2. 1, 2. 2. 1, 2. 2. 1, 2. 2. 2, 3, tie, 2, repeat, rest, rest. And 2. 1, 2. 1 and 2. 1, 2. And 2. 1, 2. 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, tie, 2, 3, off. Now there's a duet for this at the bottom of the page. I'd like to play that. And you play what you just played, if you played it. I'm going to go a little faster, and I need you to go up an octave on the piano. It'll sound better. So just pretend that middle C here, instead of here, goes up to the next C. And pretend that this is middle C on the piano, and instead of here, you're up here. Play it up here. Again, I'll give us 3 counts. Now the accompaniment does play when you have rests. So the accompaniment is going to play 2 beats, and then you join in. So you have to concentrate on what you're doing, but listen to what I'm doing to stay with me. 1, ready, go.